Candyman.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Geek Dunk. Today we're talking Candyman.
That's right, everybody. We just got done seeing it, so forget about saying this guy's name 5 times. Is this movie even worth saying it once and going to see? Stick around, because we're about to find out.
All right, guys. Candyman. Billy, what's up? Who's in this movie?
Yeah, man. All right, so we got Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who, I like the dude. I like his acting. I thought he was good playing Manta in Aquaman. I definitely liked his role when he played the blue dude on HBO's new version of The Watchmen. I enjoyed that. So I like seeing the guy in movies, if they're good movies.
All right. He was also in The Greatest Showman. Wasn't in it too much, though, so.
Yeah, like I said, I still haven't seen that one, but...
All right, now let's get into this movie. And first off, we try to avoid political and controversial subjects, but it's hard to do with this movie because they embrace it, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
And this movie thrives on that and kind of throws that in your face a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's briefly discuss that. What do you think about those aspects?
Pretty much in this movie, all white people are bad, and especially all white cops, they're all bad.
Yeah, this definitely movie shows cops in a bad light. Police brutality and things like that. And then they also get into gentrification and stuff like that, and they say white people are kind of behind. I don't really like any time you paint a race of people with such broad strokes. I've never been involved with that, and I'm white. So,
right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right. I mean,
it's not everybody.
Right.
It's not every white dude.
Right. And gentrification, it ain't just, it's rich people that are behind that, right? It ain't just white people. It's rich people, period. They come in, buy stuff up cheap and then try to turn it into, something nicer, right? They try to throw up some good, expensive places there and, and make money off of it.
And now Jordan Peele,
it's a money thing. It ain't a color thing.
Jordan Peele likes to throw these kind of themes in his movies.
He does.
And I think he probably fancies himself as someone as an artist, throwing in stuff like this to deal with modern times. And obviously, police brutality and stuff like that is a hot button topic. Right. But when I go to a movie, I want to be entertained. I don't want to be reminded of the bull crap going on in the world.
Right. There's too much. Yeah. Well, you hit the nail on the head there, man. All the nonsense going on in the world right now. When you go to a movie, you go there to forget that, right? You go there just to get entertained for 2 hours and not have to worry about all the craziness going on in the world. Not have it just thrown in your face to an extent where it's almost. There was no almost in this movie. It was overboard. I mean, it was way overboard. And and especially in the death scene toward the end, it's like, come on, man. Freaking cops shooting a dude who's laying on the ground, looks like he's dead anyway. It's like stuff like that is just unnecessary and it's just unrealistic.
Well, it starts off in the beginning of the movie, kind of like that too, right?
Right.
But that was a distraction for me, I'll admit, and it took me to a place. And again, I'm going to these movies to be entertained. I want to get away from reality. Yeah. So I don't really appreciate that, but at the same time, I'm trying not to hold that against it. Right. That may not work for me, but I'm trying to rate this movie, based on the totality of what they're doing. And I get this guy can take some liberties with this, and more power to him for doing it.
Right.
It did not resonate with me. I think the way he was trying to, but maybe some other people who have different experiences. I've certainly had bad experience with police before, but I don't say every cop is this way. So whatever,
Right, exactly.
So what do you think about the rest of the film outside that element?
So outside that element, again, I'm with you. I'm not trying to hold that element against the movie. We know that's, Jordan Peele does that and that's fine. That's his forte. That's what he wants to do in his movies. I didn't like it, but again, I'm trying to look at it outside of that aspect of it, just like you said. And it was just, the acting was good. I liked the acting in the movie, but the movie was kind of all over the place. It was kind of, I don't think they did a real good job as far as just keeping a straight-laced story and kind of giving you a good start point and a good end point the way they went about it. You know what I mean? It kind of jumped over here and there. There was a lot of stuff that I thought was kind of unexplained. And they kind of try to explain it a little bit towards the end, but it's like,
And now this is a sequel to the original Candyman.
Yeah. So this 42 years later after the original.
And a lot of people know the movie Candyman. Now, a couple years ago, I rewatched it, and I didn't think it held up. I didn't think it was a good movie. It was way worse than I thought it was in my head because I think the concept's pretty cool. You look into a reflection, you say his name, and then bad stuff happens. Right? Yeah, and I think that's pretty cool. But the execution of that, I did not really care for back then. And this one to me does it better, but again, it's just
it definitely did it better this time, and of course, special effects are better now, right? So they can do cool, more, cooler scenes with it, and how they, how he's killing people and all that. So I mean, so a lot of those scenes were cool. I thought that was, it was pretty gory, a lot of it. And I thought it was cool the way he killed some of these people, and kind of the way, the way they had him moving from from mirror to mirror, or from mirror to window, right? So and as he's like dragging people and stuff, that was pretty cool how they did that. I just there were a lot of, like, in between all those cool scenes, though, there was a lot of nothing, really, I thought.
I think the problem was this movie gets distracted with trying to send a message to you instead of trying to tell a story.
Exactly, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, there was way too much of, like I said, we were talking at the beginning, way too much of them trying to push that message across without actually telling the Candyman story, and it just...
I think they tell his story, and I think his story is fine.
And the legend is, if we say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror, we could summon him.
Summon the Candyman.
Hell no.
Fine. But they don't really give you someone to root for in this movie like, hey, this guy's going to take down the Candyman.
Right.
It's missing that kind of element.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
that's kind of the problem. Like, there's none of that going on.
Well, in this movie, you have protagonist who's like trying to bring back the Candyman, right? So, but then there's really nobody, like you said, nobody
you're
trying to take him down.
You're kind of rooting for the girl, but
right.
She kind of takes a back seat to Anthony's character in this. So, and he's not really the kind of person to do that. So I think that's what's getting lost in this movie.
Yeah, I think
you
so.
normally have to have someone to root for that you're hoping is going to
beat the bad guy.
Exactly. And I don't think it has that really.
No, this movie does not have that at all. You're right. I mean, there's nobody like that's really targeting Candyman in this. There's nobody that really even believes the story for the most part in this movie, right? But a select few people, and those few are really don't do anything to stop Candyman, like I said. So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. Just
the girl is the closest thing to it. Like his girlfriend,
she wasn't really trying to stop Candyman.
Yeah, she was just trying to wrapped up in it.
Yeah, she is wrapped up in it, trying to help her boyfriend, right? So it's, they could have done much better with it, man. They could have. I mean, I liked the fact that it picked up where the old one left off, and it, where the baby was saved in the fire and all that. And then it kind of explains that in this, and then and then it kind of ties that into it. But yeah, just.
And Anthony's character is directly tied to the Candyman, story and stuff like that. And that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. And well, and and of course, like the protagonist guy trying to bring back the Candyman, they kind of tied him into it too as well. You know?
And I really liked that guy. His acting was great.
His acting was awesome.
Just moved in around the corner.
The old candy factory.
I'm an artist.
You looking for Candyman?
And then of course Anthony's mother was tied into it. So it's. They had the ties to the original, and well, then of course you had the little, the pictures of Virginia Madsen in it, and they kind of explained her story in it. But it's funny how in this movie they twist her story to make her look like she was the bad guy, right? But then you don't find
the Helen character.
Yeah, the Helen character. But then you find out later on that wasn't the case at all. That actually she was trying to, save the baby, But in the original story in this movie, like. The history of 40 years ago gets completely flipped, and like Helen's the bad guy. Helen's the one that was trying to kill everybody and all this stuff, right? When the few people that knew about it knew that wasn't the case, but they just let it get out there that she was the bad guy.
Passage of time, and maybe the story evolves.
Exactly. Exactly. Just like urban legends evolve over time, whatever, But yeah, man, this movie just it didn't. First of all, again, way too much political agenda in this movie. Way too much. It's like we don't want that, man. We just make a fun movie for people to see, And if you're gonna do that. Don't go overboard with it, man. There was no sense in going overboard because then the movie is too much focused on that than it is telling the actual story of Candyman and just sorting out the folktale of it, because that's what people want to see. They want to go in there, see the folktale of Candyman come to life and just and be scared. Well, that's the other thing too. There was no scary moments in this movie, right? There was no scary moments.
It's more of a thriller than it is a scary movie.
Yeah, you were hoping to at least have a couple jump scares. That wasn't there, But like I said, the death scenes were cool. Were gory and there was cool scenes how people got killed.
Probably should have had like a bathroom in the dark scene. Make you even think when you go to the bathroom, like I better turn on this light. I don't want none of this crap going on with me.
But there was none of that except a brief scene on an elevator.
And I do remember the original made you question when you were in that bathroom. You saw that mirror. You're like, let me block this thing off for a second.
Yeah, man.
So, but this one didn't really do that, at least for me.
No, it didn't do it for me either. And, that was kind of disappointing. I thought, I was hoping at least a couple good jump scares in there, at least something where I like, if I walk out, when I walked into the bathroom after leaving the theater, like you were just walking up to that mirror, I'd be a little freaked out, but you're not.
I would say one cool thing, as they're telling the story, it's told through these, like, what are they, like puppets or whatever they are? And that was pretty cool, the way they did that and told that. And it fit the theme really well, so I thought that was pretty cool.
No, yeah, that was definitely cool how they did that, the artistic aspect they put with that.
The other thing I don't know what it was, but like anytime I saw like a candy thrown at someone's feet, it just like made me chuckle or something. Like, because it almost seemed like he was throwing like a flashbang into the room and you see the candy and then you look up and there it is. Does that to distract you? I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
so.
oh yeah.
Candyman.
Even though it probably wasn't meant to be funny, but
no, it wasn't. But it was. You're right.
Like I said,
it
was like he was throwing a flashbang. Getting ready
well, I tell you, one of the funniest parts of the movie. I know I get a chuckle out of it. Like, you know, in all the scary movies, they always make the female stupid and does the stupidest thing. But this time, the female gets into the situation, and she's like, "Nope."
Yeah. She's in some kind of room and it's locked up, and then she opens the door and it looks like it's going to like a creepy basement area. And she's like, "Nope,
ain't going down there.
Not today."
That part was awesome. It's like, holy cow, man, that was great. But but aside from good funny moments like that, and like I said, the acting was great in this movie. It really was. The death scenes were great. There's a lot of good gore, a lot of good ways people got killed, and but the movie just didn't do it for me.
Now my man Anthony gets bit by a
He's stung by a bee.
Yeah, gets stung by a bee,
right.
and then man, his hand is not looking good, but he don't go to the hospital for like a long time.
Yeah, this dude waits till his arm is completely scarred, like he got burned, and his face before he finally makes it into a hospital, right?
I was like, bro, you need to get that checked out.
Yeah, like as soon as it looked like, at first it looked like a bee sting, then it looked like he got bitten by a dang brown recluse, right? Then it all started like dying tissue, and then his whole dang arm started going freaking. He was black
about to be on like The Walking Dead or something.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it took him until his whole side of his body here was burned before he finally goes to the doctor, and it's like, what? Like, come on, man.
I mean, he's like peeling off like his fingernail. I'm like, quit messing with it. What are you doing?
The doctor, right? See that? No, yeah, that was completely unbelievable and unrealistic. It's like, come on, man. You went to the doctor a heck of a lot earlier than that. But yeah, man, it just I wasn't impressed with this movie, and I was hoping to be. It could have been such a good movie, man. Like Jordan Peele could have made this a great movie, and especially with the special effects we have nowadays and everything, could have made it so much better than the first one. But he focused too much on his political agenda. And it just fell flat with me.
And I really liked Get Out a lot. I didn't think Us was that awesome, good. Yeah. And I think this is, in my mind, even beneath that.
Yeah, I never saw Us. I saw Get Out. I love Get Out, man. That movie,
yeah, Get Out was great.
That movie was hilarious. That was awesome. But yeah, this one, man, it just didn't do it for me.
What'd you think about the ending? How it ended? Because a lot of it rests on that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The ending closed nothing off, right?
Yeah, it ends kind of abrupt.
It ends abrupt,
and it doesn't leave you, at least me,
there's no closure
satisfied at all. So I'm
there's
like,
no closure.
It?
I mean, the only cool thing I'll say about the ending is you get to see the original Candyman for a second. It's like, okay, but I mean, even then, it's like, still, it's just such an abrupt ending, like you said, and just there's no closure in it. And it's like, well, where are we going with this?
Everyone in the theaters was still in their seats because I don't think they thought, there's got to be something more to this.
Like, we're getting up to leave, like it's over, and everybody else is still
I'm out of here. But people are still sitting. I'm like, it's the credits. This ain't the Avengers or something like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, just no. I mean, this movie just didn't do it, man. It didn't do it, and it could have. And that's the thing that sucks about it, right? This movie totally could have been something good, and it just wasn't. Unfortunately, it just wasn't a good movie.
So what do you rate it?
I'm giving this movie probably 4. Yeah, and that's the thing too, man. I don't want to give this movie a 4, man.
4 is pretty low
because the acting was good. I liked the acting in this movie, man. I thought all the actors did a great job. Even the gay brother and his boyfriend in it, man. I thought they did great acting. Like I thought everybody in this movie. I don't think there was a bad actor in this movie. I thought they all did a great job, but the movie just. Because of just that political agenda, they kept pushing and pushing and pushing and just throwing in your face through the whole movie. And I'm not trying to rate it based off that, but it made the movie not be as good as it could have been had they focused more on the actual stuff in the movie itself and less on the political agenda of what Jordan Peele was doing there. So I'm giving it 4.
I'm gonna give this movie a 5. Like I said, it's well told and everything. I just think you're missing a character for me to get invested in, root for, and that's I think a big element that this movie kind of needs at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know if they were going for like another movie after this or what, but
well, I mean, the thing is, it's almost like they're making you. It's like they're wanting you to root for the Candyman in this movie. In reality, that's kind of what the feel I got of it. Like they're wanting you to root for the Candyman. Let's, and it's right. I mean, it's like, hey, let's kill all these dirty white cops and, let all these dirty white cops know the Candyman's coming for him. He's going to get them, And it's like, Yeah, I don't know, man. Just it's like you're trying to root for the murderer in this, and it's like, I mean, which in some movies I guess that's kind of cool, right? But in this one, I was like, where's the good person, the good anti-Candyman person? And there wasn't one.
Yeah, so, I guess it's not about that, but I think they probably need an element like that.
Yeah, man.
So,
but hey guys, that's our review of the Candyman.
Yeah, and if you see it differently from us, please let us know.
Yeah, please. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. I wish we had a better review for you on it, 'cause I was hoping for one. But hey, if you like our channel, hit like and subscribe. We'll check you in the next review.
See you guys.
Is there a golden ticket in this movie? The whole movie starts out with a Willy Wonka Candyman song. People might not get that; they haven't seen it yet. Can taste the rainbow right here. Sprinkle it with dew.
Yeah, but Tupac said, "Say my name 3 times like Candyman, be on your ass like an avalanche."
There you go.
But it's not 3 times, Billy. You tell Tupac to go back and rewatch that thing.
Yeah, but in the original, was it 3 times or 5 times?
Well, pretty sure it's 5. Why would they change it?
That's true. Fair enough.
Now you got me wondering, though.
I know, right?
Got me wondering. Would right. Tupac get it wrong? Would he get it wrong? I don't know.
About that.
Tupac wouldn't let me down, would he? Maybe he said it too many times. That's what happened. Did anyone ever look at it?
He did get shot 5 times.
How you know he got shot 5 times? You don't know how many times he got shot.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Yahya. I like that. Yahya.
Yeah. Well, he played Manta in Aquaman. He was the blue dude in Watchmen.
The Greatest Showman. Candyman.
Don't say that.